Welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Anime Review, episode number 30. This is where I'm reviewing the 23rd episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Go to Win. Also, is also the 136th episode of the anime Clash and Talking Head. This one picks up right where last week's episode left off. Now, this episode is roughly adapted from chapters 528 to 531. Yep, 4 chapters. No idea why. It just said, well, maybe they'll increase more. I mean, I kind of predicted this to be a two-parter, and it was very predictable. And this, like the second time in the series narrative, basically has been the star of a two-parter. Yep, basically checks on the users, the two users, Tazia and Tazia is the one with the talking mouth. I think Stingo, I think it's how you pronounce the guy's name. The guy whose stand is Crush, the shark. Yep. So, after basically having a problem with Gorno, he does this for most of the episode. And of course, also caused an explosion in the kitchen. Had Misa basically fire his gun off. And of course, have Abeto just rewind his jazz thing, like he keeps doing it, and still can't find him. And of course, no one is noticing that Narda is lying. So Goro's like, okay, go find the user. Stop going after this particular thing. So he does find them. After he shuts up Gorno, where he somehow also ends up hurting the stand user. Somehow, even though Gorno's one getting hit. Yep. He eventually just finds them, and he massacres both of them. Pretty easily. Yep. Yeah, for these assassins, they are very weak in body. Like, Taza, he gets basically shot to death. The other one's both shot and basically sliced with a freaking propeller. Though he had already been sliced already by the same propeller via his stand, the Crush. Yep. And like I said in last week's episode, these two guys, the two assassins in this two-parter, are a gay couple. How would I know that? Well, the way that these two are touching each other. It's very sexual. Yep. Not much is revealed about these two at all. Like when I've heard that these two actually know each other for years. You don't get that in this particular two-part. Oh no. You get the fact that, well, these two know each other, but nothing is really developed on these two at all. They're basically just one-shot assassins who just appearing just in this particular arc, and then they just move on. They get in the boat. Oh, and also point out though, Trish is nowhere to be seen this whole episode, which makes it by far the first time since she's actually shown up in this particular season that she's actually missed an episode, which has actually been unusual for her, because usually she's here for pretty much every single episode she showed up in ever since she first showed up. I think it was back in episode 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it may have been episode 7 when she first showed up in. Yeah, and she's generally been there for pretty much most of the whole time. Yep, and of course I mentioned the storm around with the boss, and of course, yeah, I at least got to praise Gorno for the fact that, well, he kind of was useful. Because most of the time he does nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like everything hostage. This time he nearly gets killed in this particular one. Excuse me, though when Naruto basically finds him, he already took out his tongue. The part that was controlled by talking mouth. Yeah, and I'm so happy the anime did not show him cut out his own tongue. That it would be absolutely disgusting. So they basically show that, yeah, he apparently did it off screen, that is fine. I think that the animators from Data Production knows for a fact that that's discussing the show, so have it basically imply that it was done off screen. Though he was able to get basically a temporary replacement tongue thanks to Gorno's Ladybug, which, yeah, this thing keeps coming to play a lot. Yeah, and because of Gorno basically is able to track him to a kitchen, which basically means the bullet blows up anyways. Oh yeah, and as for most of the team, Baraki, they do nothing. absolutely nothing except for Misto, who just basically shoots up a kitchen. That's it. I mean, Bronco doesn't do anything. Albedo does virtually jack frickin' squat. So you have like half the team who's basically remaining just does nothing. Also, it has been since 2 episodes since Narderno, since he last appeared. Though here's kind of the thing. He's probably the only person from this team who's not the main character of Bruno who actually doesn't take part in basically the rest of the stuff. He basically quits the team and he's never seen again in the series. He does return for the epilogue, for what I remember. He does return for that. And I haven't read the light novels yet for JoJo's Adventures, but he does return present day, so that's not the flashback. He does return for one of the light novels, which takes place after the end of this particular story arc. Yep, after this whole portion of the manga, he does come back once in a light novel. Yep. Not much else to say. This was just an okay episode. It doesn't really advance the plot very much at all. I mean, that's one thing I didn't like about this two-parter, is that it just doesn't really advance the plot very much. I mean, you get a little bit of it at the start of it, but it's almost like, even though this is technically canon from the manga, it feels as though this fight was somewhat filler. That's what it seemed like to me, because, well, the two assassins, because they get killed this thing, they never seen again. Yep. So yeah, next week is basically Notorious Big. Yeah, that's the name of the episode for next week. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. So I do for tomorrow for my review of new shit of My Hero Academia and Boruto. That's really it. Okay? But see you next review. Bye.